Oh,
test.
Hello, welcome to Double Talk. I'm Mark Steffen.
I'm Michael Mandel, and we're here once again, although I wasn't here last week. Thank you to Teddy Sanchez Villanova, whatever his name is. Aspen. I knew it was some kind of tree.
Teddy, thanks for filling in for
Yes.
Michael.
Yes.
Maybe you could do it more often.
Yeah. Who said that? Anyway, last week was Rosh Hashanah. People pronounce it differently. You wouldn't know, except that I wasn't here because of it.
And that's why.
And I'm not here today because today is Yom Kippur. It is the Day of Atonement, and it's the holiest day of the year for the Jewish people.
I see.
If you don't make it today, if you're not in the Book of Life by today, you're out. Next year, you could die by fire, by drowning, and if ISIS gets here, stoning and beheading, because all those things happen in biblical times.
Well, I hope you atone well.
I hope so. I'm fasting right now as we speak.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I heard you were a fast fellow.
What's next?
Anyway, you wouldn't want to be fasting during the whole enchilada fiesta if you're going to eat some enchiladas. Now, here in Las Cruces,
we already had it,
we
right?
make the world's largest enchilada. It was last week. I hear it was a gigantic fiasco. Well, first off, they're charging $10 a head to get in these days. I remember when it was free?
Wait a second. No, we could read from. I could read from the newspaper here.
We do. They charge $10 to get in. Nobody wanted to go.
$10 for that enchilada. I think it's worth it.
No,
I mean, that's a lot to eat for $10.
They give out samples to a select few.
How many people, when you order an enchilada, sometimes you get onions on it. But in this case, isn't it just onions and a little cheese?
Oh no, they make the whole. It's the whole enchilada.
Do you eat at Roberto's? Do you go out there and get tamales, tacos?
I only eat at Roberto's occasionally because I don't like eating with plastic forks from styrofoam plates.
And then you know what they make that's really good? The red tamales are really good.
Well, the last time I was in there, I wanted to get some red sauce to go and some salsa to go, and they said they didn't have either one. So I walked away.
They didn't have any red sauce. So we were gonna be ecumenical, get out there and say.
There were a lot of complaints about the enchilada fiesta this year.
I remember when the whole enchilada festival first started out. Do I remember that? How long ago was that? I might remember it. I've been here a long time. It was a celebration for the city. It is for the city because it puts us on the map. It brings a lot of tourists here.
The world's largest
and the tourists
enchilada.
come and watch it, and to see that, once you've seen it, I think it's great. Look, they have this incredible trampoline there. Who's going to go on that trampoline?
It's hot.
Of course you're going to jump. Woohoo! How dare they charge people $10 a person to get in there? Well, if you got to pay for it, should be good.
Well, you're reading from the Las Cruces Sun News Sound Off.
You had some too.
There were several people complaining about it.
Yes.
I've got one here that says...
it looked empty. Which one?
What was wrong with having the whole enchilada in the downtown mall where it used to be?
I'll tell you what was wrong.
What?
Because all of the storekeepers couldn't do any business because their doors were all blocked by people and booths, and they weren't allowed to open. That's what happened.
Except
to the downtown
the only
mall.
store open on Saturdays downtown is Cole's Bookstore anyway. So
that's pretty much the only store on.
Yeah,
but the whole enchilada festival takes a lot of time. It takes an entire weekend.
So they go on to say, $10.
They is other people.
$10 per person to get in.
If it's not worth it. Well, one of the suggestions we had from our producer who knows how to produce things and probably should produce the whole enchilada festival, I would say if you have all the high schools and middle schools cheerleading sections have a competition, have a singing thing. What else did you say? What else?
There could be a battle of the bands.
There's many things to bring people in. There's so many groups that do gymnastics. They probably have that anyway.
Well, here's what somebody said. Who has $10 at the end of the month for a family to get into the fiesta? It's at the end of the month. $10 per person. It used to be free, folks. And that's got to put a crimp into the vendors who are there.
Well, that's true. Once you get in there, you have to pay for stuff.
Catering, you have to pay for the food, for the drink, for the things you want to buy, some sunglasses, some trinkets, T-shirts, whatever.
Yes, but if it's really good, if there's enough entertainment and it's fun, it could be worth it. Couldn't be, you have to. Enchilada spelled wrong, by the way. Enchilada. Anyway.
That's right.
No, not on the bottom.
No, enchilada.
But we're not doing a spelling thing. Anyway, the whole enchilada festival, if it wants to retain its notoriety and fame, I guess, has to bring it up a few notches and perhaps the price down a few notches. You know, everything has been going up. The Renaissance Fair started out almost free or donation
free,
only.
now it's $10.
It's like $2, $3. If you volunteer for it, though, you get in for free.
Yeah, right.
All the time.
But that's something there that
All
most
day
people
long.
is worth it.
It is pretty cool.
The enchilada fiesta?
There's entertainment all the time. It's the entire Young Park.
Yes.
It's coming up.
Now here's another complaint. Somebody called in about the whole enchilada parade. They said,
Which is funny.
my family and I thoroughly enjoyed the whole enchilada fiesta parade. However, there was a huge problem. Not all parents allow their children to watch zombie movies.
Well,
So the float in the parade with zombies scaring the children was absolutely unnecessary. Well, first off, it wasn't a zombie movie.
Zombies. It's a parade.
It was make-believe zombies.
What if you had a guy in a horse costume? They go, our children never saw horses.
We don't allow them to watch
what's
westerns.
Funny? We were in Cape Cod. This was like 2 years ago. And I don't know if you know about Provincetown, but there's somebody who wrote in about Provincetown. They said, we took our children to Provincetown. Why didn't anybody tell us it was gay?
Yes.
I would think that you should know something about where you're going before you go.
It's like saying,
Zombies.
I took my family to a
I am not
Christmas pageant.
I'm not.
Why didn't anybody tell me it was Christian?
Yes, well, we're not equating gays with Christians or zombies. We're just saying people should be a little bit more liberal in what they do with either themselves or their kids.
Well,
what kids see on TV now, if your kid hasn't seen a zombie by now, they must be a zombie.
gays, Christians, and zombies are all God's children.
That's true.
Now,
who isn't?
Besides the whole enchilada fiesta being a terrific bomb this year, and we hope they don't charge for it next year, we also have this coming week the Vina Wine Festival.
What are you saying?
That's happening.
What are you saying? Do you think it's going to be a bomb?
We don't know.
You know, in the beginning, like 20 years ago, it was my beginning, let's say, in this area. We went to Vina Wine Festival before they moved into their new place. Which
it was bad at first.
It was pretty bad.
You had dusty field.
You had to wait in line, and then you got like 5 tastes.
Yeah.
And now, hopefully, it's better than that. And
but then it was free. Now it's $20 to get in.
No, you paid for it. You paid for it then.
I don't remember paying.
Well, maybe you had your press pass.
No, but now it's $20 to get in.
But you can get a deal if you go to a radio website like 105 or 98.7. You can get a $20 certificate for $10.
Really? I mean, what's next? Are they going to charge money for the July 4th festival?
Oh, thanks for giving them that idea, Mark. That's really nice. Everything is costing more.
They have to pay for those fireworks somehow.
We're going to get into it later, but you know, we're going to have to pay more for bus service. We're going to have to pay for everything. It's not like in the old days when money was flowing in America and the corporations were not as big and stealing money from the poor people. There's more poor people. It's not that much
So
money.
we shouldn't have to pay to get into these things.
There's no way they're paying.
How about the Southern New Mexico State Fair?
Cut taxes
this weekend.
Then nobody will pay. Well, the Southern New Mexico Fair is also, what, $10?
$15 to get in.
$15 to get in. But you get to drink fresh goat's milk. If you find the right goat.
Or a pig milk.
Pig
yes.
milk.
Now, that's
the fair is a big thing because there's rides.
They have rides. They have animal exhibits.
The animal exhibits are done by kids. We have friends of ours who their daughter won the rabbit exhibition. I don't know, they might have separate different categories. She won rabbit thing.
Well, there's many kind of breeds of rabbits.
And goats, and there's all sorts of things.
Chickens, heifers, cattle, horses.
How does a heifer different from a cattle?
Well,
isn't a heifer a type of cattle?
There are calves. There are swine on exhibits.
Swine.
There are also cooked products, flowers, photographs on exhibits. All kinds of exhibits there. Crafts, gourds.
Gourds.
All
Is that another gourd thing?
Plus, you have the rodeo, which is there going on this weekend as well.
Rodeo? Probably there's a special price for rodeo. You should take rodeo up. You don't do very much for exercise. I think you should go into rodeo.
I think it's the horses that get all the exercise and the bulls.
Yeah, well, if you sat on a bull for, what, 8 seconds?
8 seconds.
8 seconds. That's the kind of exercise I like. I go 8 seconds on the treadmill.
There's a picture of breakaway roping right there.
Well, that would be fun. You get some exercise there, riding a horse.
You would.
You know, you live in the country. You could get a horse and just trot around your estate, you know, getting used to it and roping the various squirrels and chipmunks that you have.
On the estate, we get plenty of roping and riding activities, as it is. Now, also,
I don't know. I want to know about that.
But, you know, that's not the only thing going on this weekend.
Oh, no.
Yeah, this weekend is
Wait,
chock
there's plenty
full
of stuff. There's plenty of stuff. What else is there?
Well, we've got the Oktoberfest happening. It is Oktoberfest now that we are well
It's
into October.
There was an Oktoberfest last month, but I think it was misdirected.
Yes. What's going on right now, actually across the country, but here we're having it at the Maze.
The Mesilla Valley Maze is getting quite active. I guess they're finally figuring out how to capitalize on having a bunch of real estate that people just walk around.
Right, and it's right next to Guacamole's, so they have the bar and restaurant there, and so they're having the beer fest there. Steins.
They're having bratwurst and beer.
Hefeweizen.
Would you eat bratwurst?
No.
It's not made out of.
I wouldn't eat that. Of course
I
not.
would.
I know what it's made out of.
But you drink beer, right?
Yes, I know what that's made out
Would
of.
you drink? Would you eat vegetarian bratwurst?
No such thing.
Sure, you can make vegetarian bratwurst. You have turkey bacon.
Yes.
You have soy burgers. You have veggie burgers.
All those things exist.
All those things. Why
I don't
not
make them.
Veggie bratwursts.
Well, they don't make them. So
They must make bratwurst out of
what?
veggies.
Soy?
Veggies.
Well, I've never seen it.
All you gotta do is shape it into a thing and put some gluten in it.
It doesn't taste the same.
How do you know
I'm
if
not
you've
that-
never had a bratwurst?
I'm not that desperate for the real thing. Why would I want to eat the fake one?
You needed an excuse to have mustard. Mustard is one of the food groups, you know, the yellow food group. The more colorful your food, the more nutrients it has.
Is that right?
Yes, you didn't hear that?
Well, I eat blueberries. Does that count?
Yes, but you have to balance it, you know.
Ketchup, that's
you
red.
want to be green. No, but if you have blueberries, you have to have yellow, and then you're green.
I see. Well, turmeric. I cook with turmeric all
Turmeric.
the time.
But is that yellow? That's sort of an
Yes,
orangey
ma'am.
thing. It's a little
First thing,
orangey.
yellowish orange.
Is she blowing whistle or what? What's she
is.
doing in that picture?
She's saying, look out, here I come.
She's got probably
I got 10 steins.
10 steins. Do you like beer?
Yeah?
I'm just wondering. Because you know it's made out of
Wheat.
wheat anuses.
Yes, and hops and barley. And
And that's pretty much it. Or different yeasts.
sure.
Beer's good. You know, they're coming out with a lot of small brewery beers that are awesome.
Craft
you know
beers.
that. Craft beers are the thing. So I would go for a beer thing.
It's a very-
And this is happening right now.
Right
Actually,
now.
it starts right now
And
at
tomorrow.
11 o'clock. No, tomorrow is something else, or something else. Remember?
Oh, well, there's-
It was the, in the same place, it's the barbecue thing.
Ah.
We're going to mention that later?
It's barbecue rib off, right?
Yes, yeah. Ribs are good. Brats are good. Beer is good.
Beers go well with it.
And
that.
you're in a corn maze.
Now, also today and tomorrow
Yes.
is jazz in the Mesilla Plaza. That's going on.
Where's that? I hear that's going to be annexed to Las Cruces, Mesilla.
Yeah, that's Mesilla.
Do you
Now,
think Mesilla is going to be annexed to Las Cruces?
No, we don't want it.
You don't want Mesilla. Why?
No.
You want to keep it separate so it has that exotic. So you could say, oh, I'm going to Mesilla. Oh, you're leaving Las Cruces. Yes, I'm going out to Mesilla. Coming to Las Cruces?
No,
See the exotic Mesilla.
No, it's just that you're known by the company you keep, and I'd rather not have Mesilla as part of the company that I.
Oh, you don't want to be
Las
in
Cruces
Mesilla.
keeps.
You hate Las Cruces.
No, I hate Mesilla.
Why do you hate Mesilla?
Well,
Because of these jazz festivals?
Well, because
They're exclusionary?
because it's a smarmy little speed trap town.
It's not only a speed trap. They capture DUIers
Right,
too.
that's not all that
They
is.
did. It's DUI. People.
It has a crooked police force, a crooked mayor, and I just don't like it.
Then
So these are my
you
opinions,
obviously
folks.
dislike most of the United States. Then,
No, just
if
Mesilla.
they have crooked, you just don't know about the crooked things.
Michael, the last 4 Mesilla marshals were crooked. They were lawbreakers.
What do you want when you have a town of 3,000 people? How do you get money from a town of 3,000 people unless you're crooked?
Yeah, you write fake parking tickets and speeding tickets and do
I once
everything
got
you
a
can.
parking ticket.
Just because you're parked this much into a yellow zone.
You could argue these things.
I am.
Anyway, with me, but you should argue it with the
Why-
city
I'm not going to.
of Mesilla.
Why should I? I'm not going. I don't go there, and I tell everybody I know. Avoid Mesilla at all costs.
There's free parking in front of the Mesilla courthouse, that little town office, and that's where you can play your ticket. So you you get free parking when you pay your ticket.
I don't
we
get
gotta-
tickets
We
there, 'cause
got
I
to
don't
go
go
take
there.
a break, I believe.
We do?
Yes, we do. I think we have to take a break.
Let's take a break. We'll be right back after
Wait,
these
I'd like
words.
to bratwurst. You want to go get a bratwurst?
After you.
We'll get you a veggie
Diabetes
bratwurst.
and have Medicare or private insurance. Here is some great news. Call United States Medical Supply today, and we'll send you the smallest glucose meter in the world, absolutely free.
It only takes a speck of blood, and it gives me my results in 5 seconds.
And there's no coding for easier, more accurate results.
Don't let diabetes get in the way of living. Give us a call today at United States Medical Supply and get the smallest meter in the world for free.
Get ready, America! The Affordable Health Care Act is here, and it's got everyone asking, how do I find affordable health insurance that's right for me? The answer is simpler than you think. Pick up the phone and call I Can Benefit right now. Waiting for you is a team of licensed insurance agents who understand healthcare reform and can help you find the right plan to take care of you and your family's health. Don't wait. Call now and get the answers you deserve and a price you'll love.
Call toll-free 1-800-426-2163.
Celebrate, celebrate, Fiesta Motors.
Come and see us today and discover why our service is second to none. In business for over 17 years, we have the right car for you. When you buy a vehicle from Fiesta Motors, we do everything possible to ensure your satisfaction. Located at the corner of El Paseo and Main. See you there.
Celebrate, Fiesta Motors, where buying a car is always a celebration.
Hi, I'm Cheryl Burke, and I have a confession to make. I have a serious crush on my workout. Hip, fun, and always a challenge. Jazzercise is the total package. It's the only workout that I've ever truly loved. Does it show? That's because I'm in the best shape of my life. What a difference Jazzercise makes. When's the last time your workout swept you off your feet? Find a class near you at jazzercise.com.
When you have credit card debt, the debt suckers' high rate and high pay are everywhere.
They're making another minimum payment. Great. Most of the money goes to us.
One call to Consolidated Credit can get the debt suckers off your neck.
They lower his rates and consolidate his bills into one low payment. Consolidated Credit drives us batty.
Call Consolidated Credit now.
'Cause debt sucks.
Call now.
Call Consolidated Credit at 1-800-530-4571. Call now.
And we're back. This is Double Talk right here on Channel 98.
You know, we're speaking about bratwurst. You know, we're not pushing it because if you have diabetes, you should call whatever that number was, and you could still go eat your bratwurst, right? Bratwurst isn't bad for people with diabetes.
Is that right?
Yes.
Well,
but if you're having trouble paying for all your
paying for it all,
paying for all these things that are $10 and everything, go to that Consolidated Credit place, right?
Consolidated Credit, one of our sponsors, 800-530-4571.
You have it.
If you're having credit, if you want to consolidate all your bills in one, that's the way to do it.
Yes,
I guess.
the person who wrote into the Sun News and said that who has $10 at the end of the month, you're the person who should be calling something like Consolidated Credit.
Well, they might have $10, but they don't have $10 for a family of 6.
Well, maybe they should have thought about that before they started, you know.
It's easy for you to say.
It's easy to say.
Yes, it is.
In retrospect. Everything's easy in retrospect. Now, plan ahead for, you know, pre-retrospect.
Now, we were talking about things going on around here at this time of the year.
What is going around?
Well, we have an election coming up, you know.
Really? I thought that Ebola was going around.
That's going around, too.
But only in Dallas.
And, well, no. You know,
an election going around.
There is an election coming up next month. It's about a month away.
Like November 4th, you think?
Yeah.
Or something like that, 6th, 7th?
And many people are running for office.
Did you read the article by Algernon DeMassa?
Yeah.
He's a friend of yours, isn't he?
I know him.
And perhaps
Algernon.
mine, too. He wrote a good article. And the whole thing is, you know, this is the mid-presidential election. It is as important, if not slightly less important, than the presidential election. There are so many little things that need to be taken care of. You know, we don't have to take care of the thing like we're going to have a vote on raising minimum wage. Our city council got rid of that by voting for it themselves, so now they could run it themselves.
So now it's in limbo.
But there's things like the gross receipts tax. They want to bring the gross receipts tax up so they can get more bus service.
1/4 of 1%, right?
Yeah, 1/4 of 1%. What does that come out to?
If you spend $100, you pay 25 cents.
25 cents on $100. If you can spend $100, can you afford 25 cents?
No.
I would hope so. I would hope you would be able to.
Now that money is to pay for a transit system, buses,
Which
in the valley, not the city, but in the county.
The place that's far away from here that would need a bus to get here.
So people who want to go to jobs or job interviews or shopping or the doctor
and it'd be more consistent
can
than
get there.
The buses that are already not there.
Now, but why should you and I pay for buses that other people are going to use or not use?
Let's see. Why should we pay for streets that are made up in Santa Fe? I don't know, because sometimes you might go to Santa Fe. You know, you don't just pay for things that you directly use, because you use many things and many people use things. And by kicking in your measly quarter for $100, you get stuff for other people. You know, other people have to get around too.
When does it stop?
When the earth comes to an end, which means that you won't have to pay anything. Which would you rather do? Pay a little bit to keep the earth going?
Now, what happens if nobody uses this bus system?
Then they should cancel it.
And we keep paying for it and paying for it.
No, then they should cancel it.
But will the tax go down?
No, they'll find something else to do.
Yeah, right. Taxes
No,
go
then
down.
we'll pay for the, you know, we're paying for the International Space Station. How many people in this city are going to use the International Space Station?
Besides
one, I've already paid my $200,000, and I paid for Mark too.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Because we can do a show. We're actually going to use our press passes to get
I think
on
we
for
should go
free.
on separate flights, though, in case one of them doesn't make it, you know?
I think it's a good idea. Or we could sit in two different parts of the plane.
I don't think it'll make, if the whole plane goes down, I think it's best that we do in separate planes, just in case.
Oh, I didn't think about that. So, but so we won't do that.
Yeah, so we've got that. We've got the issue coming up.
We got bus, which is the most basic of vehicle transportation, to the most sophisticated, the space station. And meanwhile, gas is down. Well, gas is like $3 a gallon, so that's good. Yeah. Be happy for that. You know, you have stuff, you have money, share it with the people. You know, there is the people in the South. Is it just the South?
Well, it's their taxes that are going to go up too. The poorest of the people.
Yeah, they're going to pay taxes as well. Everybody's going to pay taxes. The people who have more money pay more taxes. It's called it's not a progressive tax. It's a regressive. No, regressive.
Everybody is going to pay the same amount of tax, Michael.
No, you're
going to pay 1/4 of 1%.
No, you pay depending on how much you buy.
1/4 of 1%.
Rich people buy more things. Oh, so you're thinking the income tax should go up?
No, it shouldn't go up. Now, here's who's going to run this bus service? If it's run by the people who run the Las Cruces bus service, then I'm going to vote against it.
No, they're getting a new guy.
No, new guy.
They're getting Algernon. Your friend Algernon is going to come in and run because he's like he's a man for the people.
If I ran it, I'd vote for it.
Maybe your sister will run it. You know, your sister has a real history in this city. I just read about it this past week.
She had an article in the Sun News about nostalgia, really.
And it wasn't about nostalgia. It was
nostalgic.
Partially political.
No, it wasn't.
It was slightly political. Anyway, it doesn't matter who's running it because no matter what happens, even the best company makes mistakes. Even the best government has some slackers. You know, everybody always complains about people standing around construction sites, especially city and county people, leaning on their shovels. You know, not everybody works in their job 100% of the time, except for my wife. She is always working. Every time she's in the office, and she's there a lot, she works a lot. Let me just say that.
She puts in overtime, doesn't she?
She does.
And doesn't get paid for it, right?
No, she gets paid in general, let's say.
She gets paid, and she has to put in the hours.
She gets paid, yes. But
keeps you in clover.
Yes, it helps me do things like this. So that works. Were we talking about the election? Oh, there's a lot of great things in the election. You know, at least there's some discussion. Who is it? Nelson Gooden was trying to get on Samantha Madrid. Nelson is a Republican, and we saw him talk last year against whoever he beat out. He was a pretty nice guy.
He was appointed by the governor.
No, he won.
He was appointed by the governor.
No, he actually won.
Oh, he was appointed by the governor.
Yeah, maybe, but
originally.
he still is. Anyway, he brought allegations that Samantha Madrid perhaps stretched the truth about her resume.
She did.
She did.
That doesn't mean she's not qualified. But
why not?
Doesn't mean
she's going to be a judge. She believes in stretching the truth. You know, there's a bunch of things around the country where judges are not being the most uprighteous.
Well, attorneys stretch the truth in her court all the time.
Attorneys stretch the truth to make up they're supposed to be fiction writers. The judge is supposed to be the guy that's grading the fiction, whether it's believable, their fiction. All life is fiction.
No, and
everybody's got a story and everybody's got a point of view.
And most judges have a crooked bent going to them, so we don't want to lump them all in saying that all judges are corrupt. Unfortunately, in New Mexico, it's a common occurrence.
I don't see why you single out New Mexico. Every state, every country has people who are set to be judicious and fair, yet not everybody is. It is not a singular incident, it's a thing of nature. Anyhow, we better keep going because nature keeps running and the clock keeps ticking.
Well,
what do you want to do?
One thing that we do pay taxes for is to pay for police protection
See?
So that they can catch burglars and criminals. And the sheriff's office has said that there was a recent spike in burglaries out in the county. Not in the city, but out in the county where I live.
Well, they need better bus service. They can get there quicker.
Well, maybe they're taking the bus to get to
maybe
the
if they had buses, they'd come into the city and burglarize us.
So if you live in the county and you're receiving this show via cable TV
Are you a little
or
nervous now?
YouTube,
A little nervous?
If you live in the county like I do, keep your doors and windows locked, especially if you're not home. Also, keep your car locked, keep your keys out of your car, and keep a sharp eye.
Who are you addressing this to? Were you addressing this to Barack Obama to say keep your door locked?
Yeah, well,
do you think Barack Obama's door would have been?
I think they've got that covered by now.
Well, it's covered by now, but luckily we're here to tell Barack Obama. Well, you probably don't lock your own door. He probably doesn't even have keys to his house. He's got all these people locking his doors. They should be the people who locked his doors.
You can always tell the houses around the county that have been burglarized. They're the ones with the bars on the windows.
And they have ADP.
They never had the bars on the windows before they were burglarized.
And afterwards.
Yeah. So now we just have a few minutes left. Coming up this weekend, also we have Project in Motion. They're doing a fundraiser for Black Box. What is Black Box?
Black Box, I think, is the place they work for. It's not the Black Box Theater. That's different. That should be fun. That's down at the West End Depot.
No, it's at the Gin. The old Gin, rather.
The Gin
Studios.
Oh, right, the Gin.
Now we've also got the Latin Comedy Jam coming in October 11th.
This is like the third time. We were there a couple of times.
At the Convention Center.
Not bad. They have fewer comedians.
Some of the same comedians. Only got one comedian less this year.
It's always a good time.
Let's hope they're funny.
A friend of ours, Jake Mossman, is playing flamenco guitar at Boba tonight.
Talented guitarist over there at
He
Boba
is
Cafe.
really good. He's amazing. He's definitely worth going to see.
And I noticed that there's a new restaurant downtown. Rasco's Barbecue has moved from the East Mesa
70
out there on Highway 70 where they have the flea market. He's downtown right now in Campo. He's across from the old federal building.
It's always good to have a new place that hopefully is tasty. And I believe if he had the other place and moved down here, it should be good.
We'll see. With that, I think we're out of time.
Are we out of time? Can I mention anything else? I'll mention it next week. The new coffee shop on Solano.
Okay.
We'll tell you about it. Don't go there until we talk about it.
Okay. Tune in next week for another tantalizing episode of Double Talk.
See you.